Hello and welcome to Playtonic. In our quick revision series of Western political thinkers in political science, today we are going to learn about Machiavelli. So Machiavelli is also known as the father of political realism. It is with him, he is also known as the intellectual precursor of political realism. So it is with him that the strand of idealism that was present in the Greek thinkers, so that breaks, and from here on realism begins. So he is also known as the child of Renaissance, and Renaissance was the time when there was growth of reason, growth of science, rolling back of religion, secularization of society, and God was confined to the personal sphere. So it was an age of science, rationality, industrial revolution, capitalism, materialism, individualism, utilitarianism. So it is in these times that that Machiavelli came and he gave his ideas. So two of the prominent books of Machiavelli that we know are The Prince and Discourses. Moving ahead, Machiavelli is known as the champion of nationalism. He belonged to Italy and he wanted Italy to regain its lost glory, and for that he is also known as champion of nationalism. He is an elitist scholar, which means that he talks about the prince and he talks about the ruling class a lot. And then he is also known as materialist. He does not believe in the world of ideas, he believes in the world of matter, and he says that look at things as they are rather than how they should be. Then we call him realist, and it is also said that he represented the interest of bourgeois class. Now this can be inferred from the fact that he was a child of Renaissance. He was in the times of Renaissance when the idea of capitalism was at its peak. So obviously his ideas are inclined to bourgeois class. Next, Machiavelli has given us the art of politics. He has given the power view of politics, and he says that statecraft is nothing but management of power. So ruling over a country is nothing but management of power. The prince needs to know how to manage power. Then again we say that since it was time of Renaissance, secularization, rolling back of a religion, so Machiavelli proposes separation of church and state, and this was a big thing in those times when in the medieval times the state used to derive its authority from religion, and now Machiavelli says that there should be no link between state and church, state and religion, state and ethics. And it is for this reason that he has been criticized severely by people who believe that religion is essential part of politics or state. Now, some of the things that he advised the prince, Machiavelli advises the prince to know how to be bad rather than how to be good, because it is a power game. And then he says that look at things as they are and rather than as they should be. Do not imagine things that there are not. Do not live in a world of ideas. Look at things as they are. And then he says that politics is not ethics. Machiavelli goes on to say that man is selfish, ungrateful, deceitful, coward, fearful, avaricious, which means greedy, and fickle-minded, also insecure. These are the exact words that, and there are a few spelling mistakes. So these are the exact words that Machiavelli proposes for man. And since man is of this nature, it is better for a prince to be feared than to be loved. So he has taken ideas from history, he has taken ideas from psychology, and he infers that it is better for a ruler, for a prince, to be feared than to be loved. And he says that the prince has to be clever like a fox and brave like a lion. Machiavelli goes on to say that prince should rule with an iron hand. He should be a cold-blooded man. There should be no place for emotions. And then he gives the concept of dual morality, which means that morality of a prince is different from morality of a common man. Moreover, Machiavelli says that bad times can strike anyone, anywhere, like torrential rains and roaring river. But then he also says that the nature of fortune or luck is like women. Women embrace brave men. Hence, if prince will face bad times with courage, he can convert bad times into favorable times. So Machiavelli is a realist, but at the same time he is optimist also. He says whenever bad times strike, they will strike, they have to strike, that is the nature. So he is a realist. And then he says, but in those times the prince can maintain his cool, can show courage, and he can convert bad times into favorable times, and this shows the optimism of Machiavelli. When asked about the kind of government or the state there should be, so Machiavelli suggests that wherever necessary there should be monarchy, wherever possible republic. So we should not infer that Machiavelli is against people's participation or is against republic form of government. He is completely in for republics wherever they are possible, but in some exceptions like the that time Italy where he was living, so he says that it is necessary to have monarchy at times. So wherever necessary monarchy, wherever possible republic, but in no situation oligarchy or aristocracy. Aristocracy is the rule of nobles or the rule of feudal lords, and Machiavelli considers the feudal lords as the parasite class. So he says that it is because of these people that Italy has not been able to become a nation. It is their corruption, it is due to aristocracy and feudalism that Italy has not gained unification and the consolidation and has not emerged as a nation state. So he speaks against aristocracy. So it is because of these ideas which are full of realism, power management, that Gandhi called the Western civilization, which is based on the ideas of Machiavelli, as satanic. Sabine says that Machiavelli was narrowly located, narrowly dated. His ideas were relevant only in those times and not today. But we all know that this is false. And Sabine goes on to say that Machiavelli has given a very pessimistic view of human nature. Dunning, on the other hand, says that everyone is Machiavellian, but no one accepts that in politics. And this is so much true when we look around the world around us. There are so many people who do everything that Machiavelli suggested. There are so many rulers who adopt Machiavellian ways to achieve power, to satisfy their political ambitions, yet nobody is ready to accept that their ways are Machiavellian. So this is the interesting Western scholar Machiavelli for you. Stay tuned with Playtonic. We are coming up with the next thinker. Thank you.